Hello, Boston. Grove Hall. Roxbury. We're grateful to be here tonight. My name is Donalyn Stephenson, and I am a co-founder of FabLabs for America. We are evangelists for FabLabs. So you just heard from Alessandra. She's got a FabLab in her Roxbury Innovation Center. And we've got a couple more in the city. We've got one Southland Technology Center, and we've got one at Lena Park. And we recently have a small space, 110 square feet, in the Fairmount Innovation Lab in Upham's Corner. So we want you to come and see us there. We're putting that in these other spaces. These are all community owned. We do not own them. We do not run them, but we provide access. We try to help do what we can to support their lives as directing information to them. My name is Donalyn, as I said, and I am evangelist for FabLabs to tell the good news. About 12 years ago, I stepped off of Boston curb and into a new place, a place that changed my life. Took my 4 children there as I was homeschooling them and trying to find activities for them. And I found out that this place that had these computers and the machines that were run by computers was fantastic. And as a result of it, I've got a daughter now that is using this same technology to build bone. We can make just about anything. She's at Johns Hopkins University right now, as this has taken her to do her PhD in biomedical engineering there. Also, I have a son that is currently an inventor. And so we are very, very glad to talk to you about the FabLabs. You know, Boston is #1 in innovation. It has been deemed that. We are the startup capital of the world. And FabLabs function at that space. We want FabLabs not just in our communities. When we saw how we were doing and how well these communities were doing, we thought, you know, it's not enough for us to have a FabLab for us to do something with. We thought that we need to have something for more people to work with, and that they can have the tools of the new economy at their fingertips. We wanted a FabLab. Our vision is a FabLab in every community, in every neighborhood, so that everybody can have an opportunity to use the tools of the new economy. Right now, we are. And we want these labs, instead of just being disconnected atoms, we wanted them to come together, to work together, to build best practices for the communities to be able to innovate. You know, you could go into a lab, and we had this happen to us a little while ago, where 2 kids went into Lena Park FabLabs, and they said, "What are we going to make today?" In less than 2 hours, they had a design for sunglasses that they are now taking, and they're going to sell them for $160 a piece. Yes, and they're patenting the glasses and the case. You can do anything in a FabLab. And we are saying to you today that we need to build capacity for these labs. This young man here is making something with his hands, but he can do something with machines, and we can empower our small businesses, our communities, so that they can do what they need to do to provide resources for them. I would like to thank you. Our next step in developing our small lab is to get the equipment in there so that we can give those entrepreneurs that we have in the fashion and textile industry the tools that they need to go to the next step. Thank you.
Do we have questions? We can take 2 questions while we're swapping out the website. You just raise your hand. You know what I tell people? If there's no questions, you need. Oh, we have one right here.
How many programs how many creations have you already made in the FabLab?
How many creations?
Success stories.
Yeah, success stories. Yeah.
Success stories. Okay, so
The question is, how many success stories?
that come out of the FabLabs?
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the greatest success stories in FabLab is MakerBot. Now, most people don't understand that the digital fabrication, the desktop 3D printing industry actually started in FabLab. It was with the Greening the Ghetto project in the Bronx, New York. And so all they wanted was a small 3D printer. They wanted a 3D printer, and they made one. They designed it in the lab. They cut it out on a laser cutter, and we have today MakerBot. And they sold that company for over $400 million when they sold it. So there are a lot of your 3D printer industry actually started in the Fab Lab,
Thanks.
as far as the desktop.
Thank you.